But okay, let me just, I'm stalling now, but okay. I don't know why I'm just like, oh my god, stupidas. It's really been 3 weeks since I got my BBL. That sounds so weird to say out loud. Honestamente, I feel like it went by so fast. Like now that I'm looking back at it, I felt like it went by really fast. But during those first 3 weeks, it was not going fast. Okay, so we're at the part of the video where I'm gonna be talking about everything, stupidas. I'm gonna be, of course, showing you guys my body, telling you guys how much my procedure was, my experience, what I went through, my thoughts before, why I did it, how I told my parents, what people think about it now, like the pain, like literally everything, because there's a lot of chisme that I want to give you guys, especially for those of you who have ever thought about getting a BBL and wanted more information, just wanted more of like the real truth, chisme behind a BBL. So I hope this portion of the video is super helpful to all of my perras out there, especially my guys out there who want to get a BBL, because it was such a scary thing for me as a guy to get a BBL, because when I was searching a men BBL, like tell me why I couldn't find not a single video of a guy getting a BBL. Like at least from what I searched, I couldn't find anyone, and it was honestly really scary like getting into it without seeing like anyone talk about an experience. There's a lot of girls out there who have gotten surgery, especially like a BBL, and talked about their experience, but obviously a guy's body is so different than a girl's body. So I was really scared not seeing any videos of a guy getting BBL. I didn't know what I was going to get myself into, and I knew the experience was going to be very different. So if you're an hombre out there and you want a BBL for your hombre or just for you, hopefully this information is also very helpful for you. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me some questions. I feel like the majority of all the information I'm going to give you is going to be very helpful no matter your gender. But I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me a bunch of preguntitas, everything and anything you guys wanted to know. And I also have a bunch of things written down that I have that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I don't know if y'all can see that, but look at how much information I have. Like, when I said I'm going in, stupidas. And these are only bullet points. Pero alright, I know a bunch of you already like, let me see the cuerpo, like Louie, this is why I'm here, I just want to see her. Nothing else already like, oh my god, take it off. So before I show you guys my cuerpo, I do want to talk about my body before surgery. Throughout the video, I'm just going to be popping in pictures here and there for you guys to see my body. Like I said, I am at 3 weeks post-op. My body is still swollen though. It takes a couple of months for you to see like the full results, but I felt like my body was already good enough for me to like show you guys. A lot of my bruising pretty much went away, and I don't want to make you guys wait like a whole 3 to 6 months. So you get what you get. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is when I said I wanted to get a BBL, and whenever I would bring it up to people, the first thing they would tell me is, oh my god, Louie, how are you gonna get a BBL? And what the heck, you don't have enough fat, you're hella flaco, like you're crazy. There was something that I was told so many times. When you look at me, obviously you look at my arms, you look at my face, like for the majority of people they're just gonna be like, you're really skinny. Because that's all I've got in my whole entire life. Like ever since I was little, it was really hard for me to gain weight, and when I was younger, it was a very big insecurity of mine. And that's like one of the things that's kind of like really difficult about this, is that at the end of the day, it's your body and you're gonna determine whether you're happy about it or not. When I was really skinny, I honestly was really unhappy with my body, because I was always being told that I was super skinny, que porque no como, que parezco esqueleto, that I looked like I was gonna break in half, like patas de pollo, like you know, all of those things. And I was really insecure about taking off my shirt because you could see like my ribs, and I never had like definition in my body. It was always just like really like skinny and bones. And then when I started gaining some weight, which I will talk more about later on, but when I started gaining some more weight, again, I became insecure. No matter whether I was super skinny or put some weight on, people were always telling me stuff. Like I would get those comments of people being like, oh my god, Louie, you're gaining some weight, like I can see it in your face. Or like whenever I would take my shirt off, like certain comments or people just being like that I'm getting a little chunky, and like whether they came from like a good place or a bad place, it was not good for my mental health. As someone who was struggling a lot, being super skinny, wanting to gain some weight, and then after I gained some weight, like instead of like you don't need the public's like opinion to like matter, but at the same time it does get to you. Like after I did put on some weight, people were just like, oh, you're getting chunky, like oh, you're eating a lot more, like little things like that just don't help. So whenever you would look at me, like I still look really slim. Like my arms, like they don't really have a lot of weight. Like my face still looks really slim. Pero when I said that my body was gaining weight in a very weird way, it's like I was only gaining weight in my stomach area, like, and it was in such a weird way. Like I was only gaining weight like aquí, like in the center of my stomach, and it was like fluffing out. Like on the sides you could still see my ribs, like it was like my sides were still really skinny, but like my front was just gaining weight like this. So I became really unhappy with it, and I started thinking about getting lipo. So I did not think I was gonna get a BBL. I was just doing lipo. Like even I knew that I didn't have a lot of fat to like make a BBL. But when I went to my doctor, which is Dr. Chaudhry, he's also the surgeon who did my sister's body, which I absolutely love. And I told him how I just wanted lipo. Like I was like, you know, if there was ever a possibility, like I would love to do BBL, but like, you know, I'm just here for a consultation for lipo. But then he was like, you know, like you don't have a lot of weight, but I can definitely maybe add a little volume to your butt. So we talked about it, and like right off the bat, I knew I wasn't gonna have like big old nalgotas, like move out of the way, like nothing like that. But the fact that he was like, you know, I can take out some fat and put it in your butt to like give it a little more like plumpiness and like volume, like it'll definitely make a little difference. So I was like, period, like let's do it. Why throw all that fat away? Like let's put it into something. So my happiness was just the fact that I was gonna get lipo on my cuerpo. So I told my doctor I didn't want hips, I just wanted volume on my butt. But what I did want was my waist to be as cinched as possible. Like I literally told him like, I don't even want to be able to breathe. Like take out all the fat from my waist. I just want my waist to be tiny. And I was like, and whatever we get with my bumpies, then that's whatever we get. But I was just wanting my waist to be tiny. All right, let me just look back up and let me show you guys what my body looks like. I'm stalling now, but okay. I don't know why I'm just like, don't judge me, stupid ass. Like I will put up a bun. I don't know, I'm just like, okay, but this is my waist. This is what she looks like. She's definitely very cinched, as you can tell, which is what I wanted. Like I cannot even tell you like how much I emphasized to my surgeon. I was like, please cinch my waist as much as possible. Like I wanted to look like I can't even breathe. And let me just tell you, Dr. Chaudhry did exactly that. Like I am just so happy with my waist. Like I love the way that it looks. So this is me with the little faja on right now. Just a little like, very like dainty, very. So let me take this off a little bit so I can breathe a little more and show you guys under here. Period. Ooh, I feel like I can move a little more. Ew, I'm sweaty under this. But this is my waist. She's definitely so much smaller. Like if I scoot back, I feel like you guys can really see how small my waist is right here. So she's like very hourglass, you know what I mean? And now I can again wear my high-waisted jeans, my sweats, serve very like a body yachty. Like I cannot even explain to you guys how happy like seeing my waist made me like the moment that I started seeing like my results. Body yachty, 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 yachty. But I'm gonna go put on some jeans because these are really loose, so I want you guys to be able to see like the volume on my bumpies. So I'm gonna wear some patterned, why can't I say that word? Some patterned jeans so you guys can really see the volume on my bumpies. So let me go change into that. Y ahorita regreso. Pero this is what my body looks like once I have clothes on. Obviously I have my faja on, but my surgeon told me to keep this on for 6 weeks, so I'm trying to do things the right way, stupidas. And also I just look cinched, so I don't mind wearing this forever. This is what the projection looks like from the side. Like I said, the volume this way isn't nothing like crazy, very like natural vibes. She's just like a little like perky, but it still definitely looks like it has a little more volume compared to how I used to have my bumpies. And then from the back, this is what she looks like. She is definitely a lot more round and like plumped, if you guys can see. She has a little like, oh, very like, what are you talking about? Like, I just go to the gym. I didn't get my butt done, what do you mean? She's like natural. Very like me standing like this every time there's an hombre behind me. Very like, yeah, can I get a number 2? Yeah, just the meat. Maybe some lettuce, because I'm skinny. Yeah. But let me take this off so you guys can see what she looks like without this on. So, yes. So, como les dije, he didn't give me like hips for the gods. And then also, because he gave me a small little cinched waist, it makes it look like I have like hips. But again, here's a little vueltecita. Stop, you guys. What do you mean? Oh, you scared me. I thought you were downstairs. Not scared. Okay, so before I get into the rest of the chisme, I'm just gonna tell you guys what a lot of you want to know is who is my doctor, where is he located, his Instagram. So like I said, my doctor is the same surgeon who did my sister's body, which is Dr. Chaudhry. So I will be putting his Instagram here on the screen if you guys want to go lurk and chisme out and go see more of his work. Or if you want to book a consultation with him, I highly suggest it. They took such good care of me. I will also be putting his office address down in the description box below. So go in there, take a look. But he does also have a satellite office in the Inland Empire. And if you guys want to see him there, have a consultation, you guys can always DM him or call him. Once again, all his information, his office, where you can find him, his Instagram will be down in the description box below. And a lot of you are like, Louie, ¿cuánto te costó? Like, we wanna know the full treatment. Like, a ver, tell us, hurry up. So I paid about $10,500 for my surgery, but obviously that depends on everyone and what you're getting done. The gym was not working out for me, so for everyone who's like, Louie, why don't you just go to gym? Mira, estúpida. Mi cuerpo, mi dinero, hago lo que se me dé la gana. Okay, so now I'm gonna be answering some of your guys' questions about my surgery and what I was feeling, how it went and everything. So like I mentioned before, this was my first ever surgery. I've never gotten any sort of surgery or done or anything like that. And honestly, I think the part that I was the most scared of was being put to sleep. That's what I was the most scared about. Like, I wasn't even scared about the lipo or like getting my bumpy done, like nothing like that. I was just so scared of like being put to sleep. Like, just something about like falling asleep and like, I don't know. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, by the way, if you haven't watched that video, it's hella funny, go watch it. But when I was put to sleep, like, it's just so crazy. Like, you don't even realize when you fall asleep, and like when you wake up, it's like if you went to sleep for a second. Like, I don't know why, I don't know if it's just me, like something about that just trips me out and I don't like it. Basically all they did was put the mask on me. They told me to take 2 big deep breaths in, like, and next thing you know, I was like, I'm alive but I'm dead. Like, very that. Obviously you guys already saw a lot of this in the vlog part of this video, but I went in at 6 in the morning and I was out, like out of surgery and ready to get picked up by like 12 in the afternoon. So it was like about 6 hours, and no, I wasn't getting surgery those whole 6 hours. I think like actual surgery, I think it was like about 3 hours or something. So I literally don't remember anything. Like, I just remember breathing in, breathing out, and the next thing you know, they're like waking me up to put on my faja. Like, I was just like, I think when they were putting on the faja, I was like sore, like I couldn't move, but I wasn't like crying or screaming like anything, like, ah! I was just like, I can't move. Like, I remember las doctoras were like holding me and I was just like trying to put on the faja. Well, obviously they were putting it out for me. And like when it came to me walking and like moving around, honestly it wasn't hard because I didn't get my arms or my legs lipoed. So I definitely still had all the strength of my piernas and like my arms to push myself up and everything. So I was able to do a lot. My body just felt very sore, very like, oh, I just went to the gym and like threw a bunch of reps, like very that. But I know, for example, like my sister, she got her arms and thighs lipoed. So like her pain level was like very different than mine because like, you know, like having to stand up, use your legs, like pushing yourself up, use your arms, like very like, oh my god, I can't move. But since I only got like a lipo 360 like on my stomach, so like my back, my sides, like my stomach, so like I just had pain here, like nothing on my legs, like nothing on my arms. I also didn't have a drainage. So for those of you who know a little more about BBLs, like usually they put like a liquid inside of you, which I'm no like scientist or like doctor or anything like that, but that liquid I think is what like helps them like take out like the fat cells from your body. So like it kind of like, I don't know, me pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but they put a liquid inside of you, and basically in order to get all that liquid out, they put a little drainage, and it's like a little like a little squishy thing they have to squish to like take out everything from like the inside. I didn't have that, and thank God I didn't. Like, I'm so glad, because I didn't want to deal with that, and it was gonna gross me out. I didn't have that, so it also made my recovery like a lot easier, because I don't have to deal with that or like have it bothering me or nothing like that. When it came to leaking, I know some people leak a lot, but I didn't really leak like at all. Like I had some like leaking like on my belly button, and then some on like my butt, but like nothing on my arms. Like, it was just like very like, it happened once and it didn't happen again, if that makes any sense. Like, it wasn't like for a few days or a few hours, like very like el primer día, I think it kind of got everything out. And it was probably because I didn't have a lot of liquid inside of me, because they didn't have like a lot of fat that they had to take out. So when it came to like the draining and all that, it was really easy. I know some people, like, I've seen videos where they talk about how like they stained their bed or they stained their floor. There was like everywhere. Like, I mean, nada de eso me pasó. Like, and I think like one of the hardest parts was just having to sleep on my stomach. Like, I already had a lot of back pain, like, for as long as I can remember. Like, I've always had really bad back pain, especially like lower back pain. So like sleeping on my back was not it, girl. Like, it was not it. I hated it. And I'm still doing it now. You can't even sit on your sides, because especially for girls who want to get like big hips and stuff like that, like if you sleep on your side or on your butt, you're pretty much risking like killing more of those fat cells, which means your butt and your hips are gonna like smaller. So the more you avoid sitting on your butt or like laying on it, or even your hips, like the more like fat you're preserving, which means you're gonna be like, at night I would wake up at least 4 to 5 times, especially because I was not used to sleeping down. Now I don't really have that problem, pero me levantaba so many times because my body would hurt and those pills would not help. So I'd be like moving around a lot. I'd wake up in pain. I'd wake up moving positions so many times. So like I would sleep like this, then I would like wake up and like enderezarme and sleep like this. Luego, like, I don't know if you guys can see me, but like sitting on my knees, I would just like sleep like this. I don't know if you guys can see, but I was literally just like hunched over the sofa on my knees. And then I would wake up and just stand up like this at night, like to go pee. Like, I could not fall asleep, and I would get so frustrated. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys, a lot of you have experienced that when you want to go to sleep and you're so tired, but like you can't. So like the pain would kind of keep me up, but it wasn't like my body aching. It was more like my lower back that would hurt me. So sleeping was a pain in the ass for me. A lot of you were asking about how I would go to the restroom, porque I talked about how I can't sit down or anything like that. So literally I have to be standing up for everything. Pero going to the restroom, I was so scared of. But I will also say that because of the narco pills, you are like constipated for like, I was constipated for like the first 5 days. Like, I would not go like número dos o tres o cuatro. Like, I would not go poop. But eventually when I did have to, I was really scared. Like, I don't know why, for some reason I thought like when they lipoed my butt to like put the fat in there, like it was closer to like where I go poop. So I thought it was gonna hurt, but it didn't. So my faja that I had on, because it is a different faja that I bought, the one that the surgeon gave me, it had like a big old hole back here so you can like not take off your faja and go to the restroom. But I could not go to the restroom with my faja on because it felt like I was gonna poop myself. Like, it was just a mental thing. Like I still had clothes on and I was trying to poop in my pants is what it felt like. And like, my body was like, no, you're not gonna poop in your pants. So a fuerza, I was like, I had to take this off to go to the restroom. And I hated that. Like, I hated taking off this faja because it felt so weird. But like the first time that I had to go to the restroom, it was really, really hard. I was in there for such a long time and I couldn't. So basically, when you're gonna go to poop, you don't sit on your butt like you normally do. You're like, no, you sit on your thighs. Like this part, like this part is where you're gonna sit. You put all the weight on your thighs, not your butt. So it's hard because your stomach feels really like in pain because you just got lipoed. So like you can't even squeeze like comfortably from your like abdomen. And then you're not even sitting either, so you're like on the pain, so you're like in pain from like all your thighs, and then you're like scared if it's gonna hurt, and it was just like a lot of things going on, so it wasn't painful at all. Like once I went to the restroom the first time, I was like, okay, like that wasn't bad at all. For my massages, because you have to get lymphatic drainage massage, I don't even know what it's called, but you have to get a massage done. I was really scared because I've heard some people say like how bad they were, that they cried, they passed out. My first massage, I got it, I think like my 5th. I got it a week or 5 days after my surgery. And obviously I vlogged it for you guys and I think I already talked about it a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. It was puro a mano. But when I took off my faja, like I was doing fine, but cuando me paré, they were doing like my front of my body. I almost like passed out. Again, I turned really, really white and I was just like, I can't see again. And like, they have to give me like a little alcohol wipe so I can smell it and like wake the up. But it's just like normal pain, like it's pain to be expected. I was taking my narco pill every single time before I got my massage so it can help me with the pain. But it wasn't anything crazy. Like I never actually like passed out. Like I wasn't crying or screaming or nothing like that. It was very just like, oh, like the pain was to be expected, you know what I mean? So somebody asked me, would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again. I think right after surgery I was like, I'm never doing this again, but like, yes, I would do it again. Obviously right now I am very, very happy with the way that my body looks. So this picture right here in the middle is me before getting my surgery. This is November of this year, like literally a few days before getting surgery. This picture right here is a year ago from when I took this picture in the middle. And this is me now. But if you guys can see, I was really going through it, comparing what I looked like right here before surgery and comparing to what I looked like November of last year. So I was very toned, I looked good. I was very happy with my appearance. But anyways, would I do it again? I definitely would. I'm really happy with the way that I look like now. But if in the future I want to add more volume or anything like that, then I see why not. Do I recommend it? Yes. Now don't twist my words, stupid ass, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to think that I'm trying to influence people to get it. Like, not at all. This video is me sharing my experience for anyone who is interested in it. But I'm just going to put it out there and say it out there, like, if you want to get surgery, I don't care whether it's a BBL, lipo, implants, like a rhinoplasty, like anything. Do whatever you want. Like, I am all for surgery, but if you also don't want to get surgery, I'm all for it. Like, I hate those amargada ass people who are like, oh my god, like, so pero, like, you did that, oh my god, porque that's, like, why? It's not your body. And the way I see it is, it's your body. Do whatever you want with it. At the end of the day, no one's opinion matters. Like, ellos que se vayan a hacer otras cosas, to go get busy, do something with their life. This is your body. Like, if you're insecure about something and you have the ability to fix it, why not? And even if you're not insecure about it and you still want to just do it, just to do it, why not? Stop trying to live your life trying to make others happy. Make yourself happy. Make yourself the priority. I really don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand why some people get so pressed over people getting surgery. Like, ¿qué te importa? No es tu cuerpo. Somebody also asked me if I do plan on getting more surgeries. I'm definitely open to it, and there's definitely a few things that I have thought about a long time ago that I never thought that I would ever be able to do. For example, when I was a lot younger, there were already some insecurities of mine that I was like, oh, maybe one day I'll be able to do this, or like, maybe one day I'll have enough money to do that. So there's definitely a few things that I have in mind that I won't talk about because, like I've said before, and I still stand by that, don't ever tell people your insecurities. I just don't want people to feel like that they have that power over me to like know where they can hit me with one of my insecurities. Like, I just feel like I've seen it so many times and it's happened to me before, and obviously I learned from experience. Like, telling people my insecurities, they would shove it in my face, or they would like make little jokes about it, or like they would make like little soft jokes, but to me obviously it hurt a lot. And just even now, like, there's things that people will still say about them even though they don't know it's an insecurity of mine, but I won't even act like it bothers me or anything, because sometimes people will notice that something bothers you and they'll keep doing it. So I never talk about my insecurities, and I probably never will until after I get my surgery. Someone else asked about my parents' reaction, and my parents didn't have like a crazy reaction. I would always joke about doing it, and I would always kind of like tell them that I wanted to do it and be like, one day I'm gonna get my bombies done, like stuff like that. And I think because my sister got it first, it was easier for them to ease into it. But for me, what works for me is I would always shove it in their face. I would always joke about it, saying that I was gonna get it done, and eventually, like, I told my mom, like, I'm gonna get it done. She just thought I was playing around again. She's like, nah, no es cierto. I was like, no, like, I have my date, like, I'm gonna do it. So I didn't really ever ask them. I told them I was gonna do it, and I was like, point blank period, my body, I'm gonna do whatever I want. So they had another choice but to accept it. But my mom was here during my whole surgery. She took care of me. She made food for me. Like, she made sure that I was in really good hands. So did my boyfriend. I would have loved to have my dad here, but he wasn't able to be here during my recovery. But my dad was also very supportive about it, just always asking me how I was doing, how I was feeling. Like, my whole family was just very supportive, and my parents were just a little shook at first when I told them, but they were like, no. But yeah, guys, my camera's about to die, so I need to hurry. I hope this answered your guys' questions, and I hope this helps anyone who was thinking about getting surgery, a BBL, any of my guys or my girls or anyone out there. I hope this was really helpful for you. If you guys do have any more questions, let me know and I will probably answer them on my Instagram or in another video. Just let me know any questions that I missed or anything else that you guys that want to know. Once again, all of my doctor's information will be down in the description box below. Go check him out. He did an amazing job and I love my results. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me and showing me so much love, and I love you guys so much. Bye guys. Go get your bumpy side.